Hi viewers and friends, this is Dr. Tangella Shivaprasad Reddy alias Dr. TSPR. Today being 129th Jayanti celebrations of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. In memory of him, while recollecting as to how Dr. Ambedkar under his leadership has given India a very good constitution, because of which we are enjoying all the freedom in the world, the rights, whether it is fundamental rights or directive principles or whatever it is, right from individual to the collective wisdom, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, or region. So, whether it is welfare or development, each and every citizen of this great country will have the same right. So, that would lead to social justice. This is what our Ambedkar had preached, and in fact, he has been conferred with Bharat Ratna 30 years after his. That is really surprising. So, journalists like us, journalists like me, we practice Ambedkar's constitution to the core. So, we salute all his contributions to the welfare and development of India. Same time, today, Vishu, a prominent festival for all Malayalis in India, abroad. They celebrate this festival. Greetings to all Malayalis in India as well as abroad. Likewise, even different parts of India, they do celebrate like their New Year's, commemorating with their own respective uh, traditions. To all of them, greetings. Today, our Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, once again spoke on lockdown. And he was very categorical and clear that the lockdown is extended till May 3. It was demanded by all the chief ministers, as he put it. And till April 20th, he said, this 1 week, they will take certain measures to see that there are no more hotspots anywhere in the state and country. For the guidelines, for those guidelines will be issued. So we are really expecting some guidelines, how good they would be, and what are the relaxations one would expect in those guidelines from April 20th. We have to wait. Once they are published, we will try to make those things also very clear to our viewers and friends. But how good is this lockdown to prevent corona? Is it really effective? Because all the family holds are literally hold out. Small children, school going children, elders, all those, they do not have plush bungalows. They are just holding themselves in the house. They could not go out for walking, to expose to the sun, nor children get some time to play around, except being captive. These captive minds are really good to confront corona in case if something happens. Are they gaining natural immunity? Are the elders able to get their hold of medicine or a decent walk under the sun or in the evening? And because of confinement, and believe me, this confinement came just like that. March 22nd, Janata curfew, 24th onwards, lockdown. People were not given necessary time to even understand, to go around if people wanted to move away from Hyderabad to their respective towns or villages to spend some time with their grandparents or single parents who are literally holed up in different states. They were just not given time and they never understood what this lockdown will be. Now, our Prime Minister clearly stressed on 7 Saptapadi issues. He says, take care of elders, maintain social distance. Social distance is the only thing which can definitely prevent corona spread. Everyone has to do that. Increase immunity by following Ayush guidelines. And then Arogya Setu app, download it. then you try to come to the rescue of poor people, needy people by providing them food and etc. He has appealed to employers not to remove their employees from the employment, and he said, kindly respect frontline workers like doctors, nurses, ward boys, and also the sanitation staff, police, and security officials. Like that, he said, respect them. But we fail to understand as to how people can go to the help of needy. Take our case, we have not been paid for some months. Where are the advertisements from government? Where is the private revenue? All have been donating it to either PM's relief fund or CM's relief fund. Until and unless we get ads, journalists, for us it is going to be very difficult. Like that, many others are there looking for help from the government. What about hunger, food distribution, cash, harvesting of farmers, and likewise food production, food processing industries? Then about shelter, and then the social relationship because of the confinement and all. Until you speak to each other in person or whatever, after taking all the precautions, they will be hale and healthy. That's not happening now. And when you said the food chain, we are seeing to that there is no break. But Prime Minister of India and all the chief ministers, let me bring it to your notice, there is scarcity of food essentials. The rates of pulses, I'm putting only certain things, pulses to all other necessity ingredients, the rates have gone abnormally high. There is no control, nor necessary stocks are available when they go out in this hot sun. So these are all the things people are literally facing at home because there is no proper information shared. What happened during this lockdown? Why still another lockdown? Why we could not control it? Is there any community transfer? Then why this lockdown? Instead of identifying red zones or hot spots like Billwada, like Telangana government and Andhra Pradesh government have announced it of late. Had they done before, during those 21 days this thing, they could have traced, tested, treated them, and then they would have tracked and monitored them, by which other people would have had the opportunity to just at least go around maintaining social distance. I've been reiterating, close down everything, malls, cinema halls, including the worship places also, and allow movement so that they can visit their grandparents, they can go to another relative by maintaining, by following all protocols which prevents them from getting infected with corona. So today we are taking on a discussion on these lines. Our guest is another esteemed personality, is Mr. Dunti Narasimha Reddy. Welcome to special discussion, sir. So how do you see another lockdown extension?
I'll start with the irony of speaking today. Today, as you mentioned, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is revered all over India, and he was for social justice.
Yes.
But the speech of Prime Minister today, he completely, has bypassed social justice.
Really?
In two ways. One, you see, last time lockdown was announced just 4 hours before the lockdown came. So it was a complete surprise for almost 60-70% of India. This time it is again only 14 hours. So it just 10 hours has been added. Only 14 hours notice, another extension has been announced. And again this is a surprise for at least 40-50% of Indian population who are not privy to the discussion or even what chief ministers have said just 2 days back. Third aspect is, if you look at, Prime Minister said many citizens suggested extension and many state chief ministers suggested. But many citizens he meant is probably middle class who have access to laptops and internet, and they might have emailed to him. but there is a vast majority who are not accessible because their batteries have died, their phones are not working, they are unable to recharge their phones. So this 50 to 60% of Indian population has not been consulted.
Okay.
So looking at these three aspects, I think on the very day where we are remembering Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, social justice has not been served by this announcement.
Right.
Second issue I want to flag is the extension of lockdown itself indicates that the previous lockdown we have failed to contain the problem.
Okay.
If you remember when Prime Minister announced the lockdown first time, and then in between also he addressed the nation, he promised that it won't be beyond this period.
Okay.
So whether he was confident or whether he knew what he was doing, people trusted him.
Okay.
Now on the very first day where lockdown is supposed to be finished or over, he announces the extension of lockdown. So I think we need to analyze where the governments have failed in going for this extension, because extension is clearly a failure of the 21-day lockdown. So when we look at it, I was wondering why he threw those 7 principles or 7 precautions he wanted the citizens of India to take. You know, as a observer for the past 4 months of what's happening with COVID and Corona, I would have expected these 7 to come on the very first day of the first lockdown announcement.
Okay.
Because these are the ones which are about precautions.
Okay.
And this extension, I would have expected him to bring a new set of issues which are plaguing the Indian population
Okay.
because of lockdown.
Right.
And even because of the economic conditions which were before lockdown.
Okay.
So first thing is food, hunger is growing, and we have food stocks.
Okay.
Almost 179 million tons of food stocks are there in FCI godowns. Even though government is saying we are distributing, but even so far there is no data on how much has been distributed. But as per the government data released yesterday,
Okay.
they mention only pulses, where about 4,000 metric tons of pulses has been distributed. So that means these food stocks are still intact and they are not being distributed.
Right.
On the other hand, you see a big widespread hunger, widespread because the hunger has reached villages through the migrant labor who are still on the way to their homes or locked down in unknown and unfamiliar places. So this hunger is not been acknowledged at all by the Prime Minister, and I was wondering he could have narrated the other 7 problems.
Like?
So one, as I said,
Yes.
food stocks and hunger, and second is food distribution.
Right.
Of course, government has a big problem in distribution.
Yeah, on a large scale, we can expect some disturbances.
In normal conditions, they can't do distribution.
Right. Now,
And in this
prevailing circumstances, very difficult.
but then
They have to.
they should have roped in civil society organizations.
Yeah, before lockdown, you should have done all these exercises, because it looks as if it was an impulsive decision. Like,
of course, even now, even today, in this past 21-day experience, I would have expected Prime Minister to appeal to civil society organizations which have done a great job in the last 20 days.
yes, yes.
Almost 60% of this relief efforts were led by NGOs by mobilizing their own resources.
I know.
I think I would have
from masks to food, everything they were there.
So I would have expected Prime Minister to announce a roadmap where he will bring these CSOs into food distribution, because that's a prime responsibility of the government during lockdown.
Okay.
Now, fourth one is harvest. There are a lot of food, in the fields, agriculture fields,
Right.
ready to be harvested, but there is no labor. Farmers don't have cash, and they don't have any wherewithal, like vehicles, or even markets have been closed down.
Yeah.
So there is no way they can cut the crop and then harvest it and then take to the markets so that people can get it.
Right.
You know, in Rabi season, India always produces more food.
Okay.
So you have wheat in the north, paddy in the south, and in between we have a lot of other crops, pulses. Most of it is food.
Okay.
So we have been writing to the Prime Minister saying that it is very, very important that you need to harvest them, because if you harvest them, the food will be available.
Right.
And secondly, the fields will be ready for the next Kharif season.
Right.
And third, farmers will get confidence that okay, if we grow food,
Right.
and they need to grow food, because now food has become very important, and
Across the world, everyone is suffering now.
and United Nations has clearly said, FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization, clearly said, in the next 12 months, COVID or not, hunger is going to be the bigger problem.
Oh.
So food production, food distribution, and food availability is a bigger issue.
Okay.
So I was expecting Prime Minister to flag this issue.
Maybe they may advise something to tomorrow's guidelines or something.
We have done, actually we have given a detailed letter,
Right.
where we said how you can distribute or harvest, how you can enable food at the local level.
Okay.
Now the fifth issue I'm looking at is a very big issue, is the unemployment.
Right.
Now unemployment, basically it's not people sitting at home.
Right.
Unemployment is people have been removed from employment.
Okay.
And this has started even in January.
Right.
So even
Before the budget
before the
itself.
lockdown, before the budget.
Yeah. So it's a big
So it
prevailing
was,
issue.
it was more of a economic condition issue, and then with the lockdown, it has multiplied.
Right.
So when the Prime Minister, his sixth principle was asking employers not to ditch employees when there is a problem.
Right.
So it indicates that even the data says that now the employment is 23%.
Okay.
Normally
Unemployment rate is 23%.
unemployment
Staggering
rate
high.
is 23%,
Staggering high.
and employment rate is only 30%.
Okay.
So this is a big issue, and it is growing. Almost United Nations again said 400 million people in India are facing problem of employment, the twin problem of employment, income, and food.
Okay.
So I think this is a big issue which should receive Prime Minister's attention.
Okay.
Now the sixth one I would like to flag is, where is the coordination between the state governments and central governments?
Okay.
Just 2 days back they had only video conference, not before.
Okay.
And when you look at the mismanagement, there are a number of examples all over India. You can see in Bhilwara, Rajasthan, one person led to 50,000 people under the scanner, and 6,000 have been quarantined, but only 890 have been positive cases returned.
Okay.
That apart, what about the equipment production?
Okay.
Masks, gloves production. Even today
Personal
there is no
protection
data.
equipment.
In
Or
the
sanitizers.
Sanitizers. So in the last 21 days, this big India, when we call, people reel out statistics of GDP, factories, all those things, but we are not able to produce a simple mask.
He is asking us to do it At home,
No,
I don't.
that is today on
Right.
April 14th,
Right.
not on March 21st or 22nd.
Hmm.
So the problem is this big India with so much of industrial capacity
Okay.
and big informal sector, much bigger informal sector, and with suggestions where it has been given that our Indian textile industry can give a mask to every person 5 times
Mm-hmm.
only if government has become ready and
Government is ready to invest in
they
them.
could have coordinated with the state governments.
Right.
They have not done.
Hmm.
And if you look at the equipment, medical equipment, sanitizers,
Hmm.
so even today there is a huge shortage of all these necessary essential items.
Hmm.
And Prime Minister said take care, but so only he said only social distance and
But he also
homemade
said if
masks.
10,000 get infected, we need 1500 to 1600 beds. He said we have more than 1 lakh beds, and even he is trying to accrue more.
No, even 1 lakh beds are not enough, when we are talking of community transmission
Yeah.
and which is yet to come.
Hmm.
Every week we are afraid that this week it might jump,
Hmm.
but we are seeing a gradual rise in the cases.
Hmm.
It's not exponential, basically because of lockdown.
Hmm.
But then you can't continue lockdown
Hmm.
for long.
Hmm.
There will be civil disobedience.
Hmm.
So the community transmission might happen when there is no lockdown or people defy lockdown.
Okay.
Then these 1 lakh beds will not be enough.
Okay.
Where are the ventilators?
Yeah.
Where are the masks, personal protection equipment for the doctors, nurses? WHO has given a figure on how many we require. We are hardly 10% we have of them.
Hmm.
So we need to ramp up production,
Hmm.
and that can happen only when there is coordination, communication between state governments and central governments.
Okay.
So that has not happened. I am just flagging this issue, but where is the exchange of expertise?
Okay.
This COVID cannot be treated by every doctor.
I know.
That's admitted by ICMR.
Okay.
Where is the capacity building happening? In the last 21 days, I would have expected our capacity to double or triple from whatever it was on March 21st.
Okay.
No capacity building is happening. So, overall, when I look at the management, we are only issuing guidelines every day, press releases which are inane. I would have expected any other institution to do that. Government of India, which is supposed to be leading the fight against COVID, I think they should have done 100 other issues, 100 other tasks, 100 other coordination aspects, and they have not done anything on that front.
Hmm.
Now, finally, just to match the 7 principles Prime Minister said,
Hmm.
finally, when you look at the social impact of lockdown,
Hmm.
that has not been flagged by the Prime Minister.
Hmm.
India, already every year in summer, almost 100 districts out of 600 plus districts, 100 districts will be dry because there will be no
738
water.
districts. Yeah.
There will be no water.
In how many districts?
More than 100.
Okay.
More than 100, water will be a big scarcity.
Okay.
They don't get water for drinking, leave alone washing your hands every half an hour. So we are heading into another problematic, and I have not seen any plan, road map to deal with the new factors which are coming up. Now there are number of other factors like lockdown, 21-day lockdown is now leading to domestic violence. It is increasing domestic violence.
Oh, really? Oh, that we
are
been
seeing
hearing it.
Women are now completely doing every work at home, and people sitting at home are now
Whether it is a working woman or a housewife before.
and alcoholics who are sitting at home. They are also they are basically the cause of this domestic violence. But then there are other issues like single women households who have problems in accessing food or income. Then you have even youth, who are used to going out at least for strolling. They are sitting at home for 21 days and in unknown places. So today we are seeing in Hyderabad one laborer who is from North India committing suicide because he is all alone and there is no help for him for his psychological issues. And he does not have food.
That is sad.
Every day he has to go out and stand in a line as if he is a beggar. So I don't think poor
Self-respect is being
self-respect is the issue, and they can't go
For food,
every
he has to stand in the hot sun.
3 days, 3 times a day.
Yeah.
So I think there are number of social issues which are coming out because of this lockdown, and the extended lockdown is going to be much more problematic. So I think this seventh issue should have been dealt by the Prime Minister in much more detail. So I feel the extension has not been properly timed, properly planned, and I don't think Prime Minister's address is giving any confidence to the ordinary citizen that Government of India is doing everything they can. So I don't think that.
You mean to say people would start
Of
not
course.
believing the Prime Minister now?
Of
the Chief
course,
Minister?
when they
Because
believed
until and unless you have people's participation, you can never overcome COVID-19 or Corona crisis. It's
Yeah,
as simple as that.
I mean, that's what
Because
I'm.
people are at risk. But the Prime Minister, Chief Ministers have to understand that people are at risk. Now, how to manage them? Don't you think that people should be involved in every decision making? At least they
True,
should be well informed.
True, yeah, you are flagging a very good issue. Where is the people's participation in COVID management or a fight? They are asked to sit at home, but even from home they could have participated and helped the government in many ways. And government also does not give information. Information is also essential,
Right.
especially during lockdown. But we don't see information coming out of government. Today there is a press release from, not even a press release, a tweet from Telangana government saying they have released money for so many lakh people. But there is a difference between the figure given by the Chief Minister several times and then this figure
Okay.
of 70 lakhs.
Very ambiguity.
There is a lot of ambiguity. They said 80 lakhs earlier, then they said there are 16 lakh migrant labor in Telangana locked up. So these figures don't add up. So there is no confidence, and then even at the district level, we have seen in Uttar Pradesh yesterday at Hapur, one group of women were hungry, so they went to the local tahsildar. So, but they were badly, treated, and that woman ended up, crying. So the lower level of administration is stressed. Only few people are working, and we on the front line we only see police who are not the best people to do counseling. So when citizens come up with a problem, we need counselors who can advise them what can be done. We need more helplines. We need people who are empathetic, sympathetic. So these kind of mechanisms have not been put up by either state governments or central government.
You mean to say health issue has been turned into a law and order issue, whereas they are being suppressed? You mean to something like that?
Not only that, apart from it, there are number of problems people are facing. They already have. Today I got another call from Bombay. One woman who came from US, she was stranded in the airport there. Her husband is alone in Chennai. He has cancer. Now she does not know where to go. She has appealed on the Facebook. So I am saying,
sorry state of affairs.
she knows. She is an educated, learned person. She could not find a person in Maharashtra government to help her out. So I am saying these kind of things are not there in place. So what about the ordinary citizen? So they will have number of problems, there will be a number of issues. So and there is no mechanism.
Okay.
They are not they are not coordinating. There is no one place where people can go. The other issue is, even today, it was reported that yesterday someone died in a private hospital.
Okay.
They discovered that he died because of corona,
Hmm.
and the dead body was in the hospital for 17 hours.
Oh goodness.
And police also did not know whom to contact so that that body can be cremated. For 17 hours that dead body was there, and I am not sure if it was properly packed, because a dead body can also be a source for coronavirus.
Unfortunately, this is the situation
So
we are going through.
that means people don't know within government also
Hmm.
whom to approach for which problem.
Okay.
So this coordination, lack of coordination, lack of one-stop decision making, and lack of health people on the front. If you look at the state governments, you see everywhere IAS officers or politicians coming before the cameras. But where is the health personnel coming and assuring the people? And if you take again Telangana government, it is all coordination is from Pragati Bhavan.
Okay.
And I am not seeing any health department person daring to go to the Pragati Bhavan. It is a fortress.
Okay.
So it is only DGP or some senior IAS officer. Even Home Minister could not access go beyond that fortress.
Okay.
So I am saying, what about the normal health department personnel who want some guidance when there is a issue,
Right.
how to deal with that? So I am saying there is no hierarchy. The hierarchy is always stopping with the chief minister, and you can't go to the chief minister about a dead body, how to deal with the dead body. So you need committees, you need people's participation, you need management professionals. So all these people should be involved in your COVID fighting, and that's not been done.
You want to say it is political one-upmanship, something like that, because they have given out some numbers to their state or central government. They say if there is any need, you call us.
They, only one number for 3.5 crore population. I don't think it will work.
I mean, they might have so many lines.
No, we have seen, with the case of farmers. Farmers were given a number to, register if they want harvesting to be done. Those numbers are not working.
Really?
Yes,
It's a
farmers
surprise.
told me.
Shocking.
Farmers told me there are 2 numbers which are given. But there are no numbers. They are not publicized, and there is no management which is coordinated.
Okay.
So I am seeing 2 things. One, governments, at the central level and state level,
Right.
they are relying only on lockdown to get over this crisis.
Okay.
Lockdown. They think you lock down and COVID, corona will run away. Like that cartoon which says where corona is going in the streets and it's looking for people, and if it has not found anyone, it will run away. I mean, that's how government seem to be dealing with that. And second, I think if you look at their, across India, not only in Telangana or in
Andhra Pradesh.
Delhi, I'm seeing them busy getting worried about industrial production or economy which is run by stock markets or investors. I think they are worried more about that rather than the ordinary people, informal sector, food production and hunger. I think these are not on their top priority, and that's a major problem.
They have been announcing, chief ministers and also prime minister, they said we will allow farmers to harvest and they will be given, and here one example is our CM, he says we'll give them a slip or chit with a number in on, so that they did not come there. As and when your turn comes, governments will come and buy from you.
No, this token system is not a new one. in Telangana. This is being done for the past 3-4 years.
Okay.
So token system is not new, but it does not work. It will not work also, because we have seen, paddy is in the fields. Government has promised harvesters, and they said there are 5,000 harvesters in Telangana, and 1,500 harvesters from Tamil Nadu will be brought in. So far, people are waiting for the harvesters to come. It has not come in many villages. This is the season in many places in India. There will be storms, hailstorms, unseasonal rains. So farmers are seeing their crop sitting in the fields as a sitting duck, and these unseasonal rains are inundating, and hailstorms are destroying fruits and vegetables which are yet to be harvested. So there is no plan which is working on war footing.
Okay.
Because this is you need to do it in the next 15 days.
Right.
It should have been done in the last 1 week.
Yeah.
So this laid back strategy of token systems and trickling down systems, these are not working. The other issue is, we are talking of gunny bags, jute bags. I said, why are you waiting for jute bags? Again, the jute bag shortage is not new.
Okay.
And if COVID is, of course, added to that problem, it has notched up the degree of problem 50 times more.
Okay.
And, I said, why don't you look at traditional storage, grain storage systems? In India, we know how to store our grains using paddy straw at homes, near homes.
Okay.
Why should we wait for gunny bags, which will
Again, that has to be carried to home, from again home to
that's additional
and he said farmers have to bear half of the cost. Half will be NREG. NREG means, that means state governments are free of.
No, that has not yet come the order. This is only a recommendation.
Okay.
And MNREGA basically for labor to be paid, and that was a recommendation to Government of India. It has not yet happened.
Right.
But meanwhile, your
precious time is being lost.
Precious time is already lost. We are 21 days lockdown is done.
Right.
Nothing has happened.
Right.
So
farmers are looking at the heavens.
But the other thing, they are able to do, which is surprising, is they are now taking fruits and vegetables by trains to Delhi, mega cities, and then probably export.
Right.
I said, what about local distribution? So that has not happened. So there are a number of
many
issues.
problems. So farmers also in rural area, rural economy is on the totally lockdown situation. They don't have cash, and then tomorrow farmers' families to feed their own family members may become very difficult.
It
and
has
even
already
the
happened.
loans and all, that is another big issue.
No, it is happening already in the Jharkhand, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, and some parts of Karnataka, some parts of Andhra Pradesh.
Right.
People are hungry.
Right. So, in a nutshell, before we wind up, what are the two or three triggers which you feel that lockdown has not gone down well, and it is going to be another burden on the people of all hues and cries in the society?
No, lockdown has now completely distanced the people from the food.
Right.
Their food access has been completely denied because of lockdown. I think that's a big issue. And second is the uncertainty which is surrounding COVID. I don't think governments are helping through their announcements, because that is a huge social, psychological issue on people.
Right.
So this uncertainty is continuing, and there is no assurance, and they have lost the trust as well.
Right. So this is for today. Hope government takes cognizance of all the issues being raised. They are very much pertinent to the people who are at risk. The governments are the ones who should take care of the welfare of the people much in advance. If it was spreading way back in January, Trump and Modi meeting happened in February last week in Gujarat with more than 1 lakh of people. And then again March 11th, when WHO dilly-dallying declares corona as pandemic. March 12th, Love Agrawal, he issues a statement that stating that it's very much local. And prior to Janata curfew, even PM or CMs in their respective assemblies, how they have understood what corona is also very much on the record. So this ill preparedness leading to sudden shutdown, lockdown, without any prior intimation, without taking people along with you, even after lockdown, not informing people as to what is happening, how well the country or the states are grappling with this corona, whether it is community spread or which way the numbers which have been increasing day in and day out across India, across the states, why this thing is happening, how to control, how should you make people to live in their homes safe and secure, identify hotspots, allowing others at least by closing down all, at least momentarily if they become mobile, with all the protocols, social distance, maintain social distance of minimum for 3 to 5 feet, washing your hands very regularly with soap or alcohol-based sanitizer, without indulging in shaking your hands when you want to greet, say namaste, adab or hello, and maintaining all those assured protocols when you sneeze and cough, whether it's at home or using your elbow. These protocols, by maintaining and by regularly using these protocols, people should have been allowed a free movement so that they could have visited their villages, they could have migrated to other towns. In not doing so, in extending the lockdown further without prior or proper information to the people, now they feel, they are very candidly expressing that the social distance which happened because of corona, now in between governments and the people, this distance is increasing day in and day out. How it may end up, only God should help, and governments at least now, for now, they should keep people informed of every aspect as the technology is there. They should take care of the food, hunger, unemployment, as is rightly said, social obligations of many, elderly and even children, and even those working in the sector like journalists and other fraternities, they don't get salaries. How should they survive? Nothing in plan except an appeal, except a forced appeal. Now people feel whether this is a health issue or a law and order issue. So stay home, stay safe, follow the instructions of state and central governments, and you do represent to state and central governments if there is anything you would like to say regarding these lockdowns in an effective way on the numbers which are being trolled very regularly. See you with another topic. Stay home, stay safe, be secure, and live a happy life. This is Dr. Tangella Shivaprasad Reddy alias Dr. TSPR saying bye to you.